Inhale. And exhale. Yeah, a few times. Make sure that you're muted. Let me see if I can, you should all be automatically muted. That's how I set it up, but it doesn't seem to be. Mute all, there we go. All right. Good, keep breathing here. Keep breathing here. Few more inhales, few more exhales. Just take this time to connect into your breath. Feel the spaces between the inhales and the exhales.
I hear you.
And just feel what you feel. Feel how your body feels here. Just feel your general state of being. And give your exhale special attention. So really cleaning out your body so that you are ready to inhale fully. Let the weight of your back body as you're lying down just fall a little deeper into the ground. And then start to balance the length of your inhale with that of your exhale. So you've got this really beautiful matching in to out. Rhythm that starts to set your practice in motion. It starts with the breath. So the breath becomes the initiator of movement. Even here, if you're still lying on your back, you're still moving. Your belly's moving, your chest is moving. Breathe behind the heart, breathe behind the shoulder blades. Take one more inhale here, and then a full exhale. Stretch your arms overhead. Lengthen the spine. Reach the feet away from the hands away from the feet. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a really good hug. Good squeeze here. Maybe rock side to side. And then keep the right knee and extend the left leg out. Take your left arm to your hand to your knee. And just take a gentle twist over the left with your right knee. Right arm reaches out. You can use your left hand to give your hip a little bit of pressure here and a little more extension through the spine. A little bit more opening across the right side of your body. Come back through center. Keep this right knee up. Place your left foot flat on the floor across your right ankle on your left thigh. This is perfect. You can stay exactly where you are here. If you want, thread the needle, lifting that leg up. I'm just going to sit down this way a little bit. And as you're here breathing, let your sacrum get heavier. Let your shoulders drop heavy. Let the back of your head drop down. And just allow the breath to become more important than anything else. I see you, Jorge. Okay. Take one more breath here. And then release the right leg out. Keep this left knee in. You're just going to take the twist over to the right, left arm out to the side. You can use your right hand to give some length and extension to your body here. And then come back through center.
And we're gonna set up the same way. So putting the right foot flat on the floor, cross the left ankle on your right thigh. This is perfect if you want lifting up and threading the heel. Notice your breath. So as you're moving through poses, as you have transitions, as you have stillness, see if you can keep your breath constant and steady and smooth. Take one more full breath here. And then come into happy baby, or just knees to chest, whatever's better for you. Stacking the feet over the knees, pulling down with the hands and pushing away with the feet. So you've got this resistance in both directions. And then bring your knees through center. Rock and roll on your spine. Make your way onto your hands and your knees as you are ready. You can have your hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. We're gonna do circles. You're just gonna go all in one direction, like so. So as you're moving here, feeling the shift in your hands, feeling the shift in your shoulders, so that you really get a sense of your body shifting forward, back, side to side. Let the wrists get a nice stretch here. You're gonna take about 2 more passes in this direction. And then you're going to switch directions. You're gonna do the exact same thing going the other way. Couple more rounds there. Yeah, really good. It's cool that I can see you guys on Zoom. Really nice. Okay, I'm gonna flip back around this way. Good, come through center, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. Hips high, firm the hands down, root the heels toward the floor. Move around a little bit if it feels good, let your hips kind of rock side to side. Maybe lift the heels and turn the feet. Whatever feels good here, maybe bending a knee, dropping into the opposite heel. Go ahead, move around in any way that allows you to create some space here and just to kind of get into your body. I see all these names coming up. This is so cool. Hi, Nanas. Yes. And then start to settle through center. In down dog, allow the arms to be really long, the wrists to lift lightly. Wrap your triceps toward your cheekbones and spiral your biceps back. Good. Just create this beautiful upside down V so your hips are really high. Yeah. Good, good, good. I can see a few of you, really nice. Inhale your right leg back. And then draw your knee into your chest and shift forward. Take a few breaths here. Round the upper back like you're in cat's pose, so creating lots of space here. And then see how far forward you can pull that knee. Take another inhale, stretch the leg up and back. And then exhale, bring your right foot outside of your right hand. And if you want, put your back knee down. If you want to keep it up, that's fine too. And then maybe take this right arm up and around toward the back leg. And if you want, you can bend the back knee, reach back for your foot, and then open from here. If you can see my cat, this is little mister. He found a toy in my moving of furniture, and now he just wants to play. One more breath here. Release the foot if you have it. Bring your right hand back around. Turn your back heel toward the center of your mat. You can walk the right foot in a little bit closer. You're gonna come up and back into reverse warrior. As you settle here,
Allowing this right thigh bone to get really heavy in the hip socket. Sitting bone to wrap under the body. Generous bend in this front knee. Right heel rooting down and pulling toward the back of the mat. And seam the pinky side of your back foot down and pull the feet toward each other. So there's a sense of lifting and rising as well as sinking down. Take another inhale. Bring your hands all the way down to the ground. Step back to plank with an inhale. With your exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. You're going to take your right arm out to the right. You're going to look to the left and roll onto your right side. Lift your left leg up, bend the knee, and put it on the floor behind the right leg. This is perfect. This doesn't have to change. If you want, right arm can come up and maybe reach back behind you. We're going to do this pose a few times, so don't feel like you have to get everything into it right now. Let your body open slowly. One more inhale. Come around through center with your exhale. And then point your toes toward the back of your mat. Push the tops of your feet down. Bring your hands next to your lower rib cage. Inhale, cobra. Let's curl the heart forward. Lengthen the crown of the head up. Hug the elbows in. Take another breath in. And then downward facing dog. Exhale. Make sure I'm in frame here. Take a pause. And then with your inhale, left leg up and back. Draw your knee into your chest, shift forward, shift way forward. Bring that knee like toward breaking the plane of the arms. Inhale, stretch up again. And then exhale, left foot outside of your left hand. If you want, right knee comes down. If you want, reach back with your left hand for your foot and start to open up here. One more inhale. Release the leg if you have it, the foot if you haven't. And come into reverse warrior. So turning that back heel in and down. And then rising to come back. As you're here, let the breath become more fluid. Sink a little deeper, rise a little higher. So you're not getting complacent and just staying there. You're finding new things in the pose as you're here. Take one more inhale. And then come all the way back. Bring your hands down to the ground. Step back to plank. And then lower to your belly again. Left arm out to the left side. Roll onto your left side, pick up your right leg. And then bring your right foot to the floor. And then opening up. Yes. Keep breathing here. Allow that left shoulder to wrap open. Keep reaching the arm a little longer. Maybe give some pressure into your fingertips to extend longer. Yeah. Good. Couple more breaths. And then draw back through center. You're going to bring your hands behind your hips. Push the tops of the feet down into the floor. If your hands don't lace, just reach your hands back behind you. Totally fine. From here, Shalabhasana. Stretching the heart forward. Crown of the head forward. Pull the knuckles toward your heels and then float your legs up off the ground. You got it. One more inhale. Hands next to the ribcage. Tuck your toes. Push straight up to plank with an inhale. And downward facing dog with your exhale. Take a few breaths here.
Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or jump your feet to your hands. Come halfway with your inhale. Fold down, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And exhale, bring your hands into your heart. Pause here, breathe. Press down into your feet, rise through your heart. So your breath initiates the movement of asana. Just stay with that throughout. So every breath is giving you the space and the guidance to move, not the other way around. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Come halfway up, inhale. Step back to plank. From plank, lower down either floor or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, down dog. Soft, steady, even breath. Inhale to your toes. Bend your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Inhale, rise. Hands into your heart, exhale. We're gonna go through again. I'm just gonna talk it, you're gonna do it. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway up, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rising, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg back. Knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right foot outside of your right hand. Drop the back knee if you want. Open up, find the foot. Come back around. Turn the back heel in and down. Reverse warrior, up and back. This time straighten the front leg. Turn your left heel to the center of your mat, sinking down, skandhasana. Few breaths here. Good, so you're gonna be at the back of your mat. Right hand down, square your left toes to the back of your mat. Come up onto the right toes and then twisting open. Left hand to sky, right hand pushes down like crazy. One more inhale. Release your left hand down. Walk your hands back around to the side so that you're coming into Prasarita Padottanasana. Releasing the top of the head down, taking a few breaths there. Good. Draw up on the kneecaps. Squeeze the feet toward each other. Lengthen out the spine. Inhale, come halfway up. Turn your right toes to the front of the mat. And then side angle. So your arm can be on your thigh. Your hand can be on the floor. If you have a block or some other prop, you can use that to give yourself a little elevation. So from belly button to pubic bone, shorten that up. So contain the low belly. And then notice the front ribs. Contain the front ribs. So you're almost doing like a little mini ab crunch here. Kind of. so that you can pull against that with stability to open the heart more. And if it's okay, the left arm comes overhead. If you want, left arm behind your back, half wrap. Maybe you find the right thigh with that hand. Maybe give yourself a little awareness of that knee opening. If you feel really open, you can take the full wrap. We'll have time. Don't feel like you have to do it on this first one. A few more breaths. But keep the belly contained as you do this. So if this overpowers the belly, then you're going to be in like this back bend. You're putting your back in danger. Stay strong here. One more breath in. Release your hands down. Left hand, left foot or knee. Vashisthasana, side plank. Maybe pick up this right knee and just balance on the hand and that bottom foot, the pinky side. Come back through center, take an inhale and plank, all the way to your belly, exhale. Right arm out to the side, roll to the right side. Left foot comes to the ground behind the right leg, and then come back through center. Go to the left side, left arm reaches out, right leg lifts up, bring your foot to the floor behind you like a little scorpion here. And then come back through center. Cobra or upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale back. Exhale, foot outside your hand. Back knee down. Open up. Maybe find the foot. Come back around. Reverse warrior. Adjust your feet however you need to. Come all the way up and back. And then straighten the front leg. Sit to the back of your mat. Skandasana. One more breath in. Turn to the back of your mat, left hand down. Square the right foot, come onto the left toes, and then opening up here to twist. One more inhale. Release the right hand down. Square your feet back around toward the side and Prasarita Padottanasana. Another 5 breaths here. If you're at home and you're really comfortable and heads down, this is your time. You've got time to do it. If you took a headstand, come back down. Everyone inhale, lengthen halfway. Turn your left toes to the front of your mat. Push your right heel away. Side angle. You can use your arm on your thigh. So I'm going to give you the back view now if you are actually looking at the screen. You want to open up this low back. So rather than being in a back bend here, lengthen your tailbone toward your back heel. Contain the front ribs, contain the belly. Big bend in this left knee to open up. And then if you want, arm overhead, half wrap, maybe a full wrap. But don't sacrifice the pose just to get your arms around. Really good, really good. Yes, yes. So good. Good, one more inhale. Release your hands down. You're gonna come onto the right hand, right foot, Vashisthasana. Little mister does not want to leave here. One more inhale. Thumb through center, all the way down to your belly, nice and strong. Left arm out, roll to the side, right foot comes behind. Maybe find your foot and your hand together, push open. Come back through center. Take it to the right. Left leg comes behind, maybe find your foot and your hand together. Come back through center. You've got cobra or upward facing dog. Down dog, exhale. Pause here and breathe. You need a little break right now. Take a child's pose. We've got about 5 breaths here to just recenter, to check back in, to see how you feel.
Keep your breath flowing. Couple more breaths. Good. We're gonna do all that a little faster, a little more added, so just stay awake. Right leg back, inhale. Knee to chest, shift forward. Inhale, stretch back, pause. If it feels good, open your hip. Really big bend in that right knee, and then maybe flipping into wild thing, bringing this right foot down to the ground and open. Inhale, come back around. Right foot top of the mat, left knee down. Find the foot if it feels okay. Release the foot. Come around. Reverse warrior. Up and back. Straighten the front leg. Skandasana. Back of your mat. Good. Turn to the back of the mat. Right hand down, left hand to sky, twisting open. And then release it through center. Square the feet to the side of your mat. One breath in Prasarita Padottanasana. Pull the heart forward. Right toes turn forward. Side angle with or without the wrap if you want. And then left hand down. Vashisthasana. Option in Vashi. Maybe pick up the knee, maybe pick up the foot. Maybe extend that leg up. Take an inhale. Exhale, come through center. Lower down to your belly. Right arm out to the side. Open up. Maybe find the foot with your hand. Come back through center. Left arm to the left. Look to the right. Open up. Come back through center. Up dog or cobra. And down dog. Left leg back, inhale. Knee to chest, draw forward. Inhale back. Open up if it feels good. Bend the knee. Slowly bring that foot around. Maybe come wild thing. Choking on my necklace. Yes. Inhale, come back around. Step your left foot top of the mat. Right knee down if it's okay. Find your foot. And then release the leg. Reverse warrior up and back. Straighten the front leg. Adjust the back heel in. And Skandasana. Sit to the back of your mat. Turn to the back of your mat. Twist. Come back around to center. And then Prasarita Padottanasana. One breath. Pull the heart forward. Side angle with or without the wrap. Release the hands down. Right hand, right foot. Maybe take the big toe with you. Vashisthasana. And then release through center this time. Just straight up vinyasa or skip it. And come to down dog. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Shorten your stance a bit. Take your left hand to your right ankle and twist to your right. Keep pulling both hips back squarely. Release the left hand down. And then switch sides. Release the right hand. Walk your hands back to your feet. Malasana. Drop the hips down. Bring your hands into your heart. Just take a pause here. Beautiful. I'm going to turn this way so I can see you straight on. Pressing the heart to the thumbs, pressing the thumb to the heart. Good. If you want, right hand comes down. I'm actually going to mirror you. Can you believe it? And then bring this arm around. Maybe find the rack here. And then switching sides. You hear some crinkling background noise. It's this toy right here. Give it to me, mister. This toy. Oh, he's so fast. Okay. One more breath. Release the hands. So you're at the back of your mat. Just straighten the legs. Turn your toes forward. Take a little hang over your legs. Hopefully you're not hung over. Hang over your legs. And just rock your weight a little bit side to side. And then start to drop your hips down. Bring your hands down to the ground fully, like flat. So that means that you might have to bend your knees. Bend your knees a lot, drop your butt down. Scoop your belly up and round your back. So you're not even going anywhere. You're just spreading the shoulder blades. You're pushing the triceps back to the knees. You're pushing your knees into your triceps. Keep scooping the belly out. Keep breathing. If this is good, you'll stay here. If you want, you start to tip forward. Maybe bring the big toes together. And start to float up into Bakasana. Keep the spread, so don't lose that when you lift off. Really get that sense of power up. Release your feet down. Everybody square your feet. And then walk out to downward facing dog. Right leg back, inhale. Right knee, left tricep. Shift forward. Inhale back. And then right knee, right tricep. Inhale back. Right foot between your hands. Back heel turns down. And then rise up to center, Virabhadrasana 1. Jennifer, did I wait long enough for Warrior 1? I don't think it's quite, it's very close to 40 minutes. Reach up through the arms. Reach up through the heart, but soften the front body down. Powerful back body. Release your hands behind your hips. Lace your fingers. Inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, bow forward. Come up halfway with your inhale. Come onto your back toes. You can keep the arms if you want. If you need to let them go, no big deal. Don't go anywhere. Just pull the front rib cage up. Pull the belly up. Lengthen the arms. Reach the heart forward. Push from the back toes. Pull from the front heel and lift off into Warrior 3. I'm right at my bar. I can take a shot right here. Easy breezy. I don't do shots, so that's the good news. Beautiful. Last 2 breaths. Bend your right leg, your standing leg. Take your right hand down to the ground and then roll open. Push the right leg straight. Come into half moon. If you want, bend your top leg. Find your foot with your hand and then kick open Ardha Chandrasana or Chapasana here. Release the foot if you have it. Bend your standing leg as slowly as you can. Hover this left foot off the ground. Come back, Warrior 2. Take an inhale in Warrior 2. And then exhale, release your hands down. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, rise open. And down dog. Exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Cross over, exhale, tap the right arm. Inhale back. Left knee, left tricep. Inhale back.
Exhale, bring your foot forward. Warrior one, rise up to the center. Good. Yes, yes, yes. So give lots of energy to your back leg. Push that foot down and firm the quadricep back. Inner right thigh wrapping back. Big bend in the front knee. Draw the belly back. Lift the front of the hips up. Take another inhale. Bring your hands behind your hips. Switch the lace of your fingers. Inhale, heart to sky. And then exhale, humble warrior, bowing forward. Come halfway, inhale. Come onto your back toes. Keep the arms if you want. If you need to, leave them. Oh, my Instagram just ended. Hang on. Let me go back. Come into warrior three. Warrior three. Sorry, you guys, on Instagram, I just cut you off for some reason. Come up into warrior three. Oh my goodness. Oh, hi. Say hi, everybody. Hi. All right. Special guest appearance, Kate Clinton. All right. Warrior three into half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Option to bend that top leg. Find your foot and kick your foot into your hand. If you have the foot, really sit down, please. And then reach back with your right foot. Try to hover, not like I just did. And come into warrior two. Come into warrior two. One more inhale. Bring your hands around. Stay with me. Step your back foot to the front of your mat, please. Come here. Come up onto your toes. Knees are apart. Sink your hips down. Come into a toe stand. I'm going to face you so that you can see it here. Really good. Sorry, my Instagram people. I don't know what happened. Connection got lost. One more inhale. Hands come down, knees again up into the triceps. If you so desire, you'll shift forward. It's all physics. Fingertips, take some weight. Coming up into Bakasana, bringing the big toes to touch. Find as much lightness as you can. You can also find the framework and the pose with your feet still on the ground. You don't have to leave the floor. There's lots of space in between not doing it and doing it. Take one more breath in. Bring your feet down. You're gonna lie down all the way onto your backs. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze. Take an inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, extend the legs out. Good. Keep your low back rooted down on the floor. So don't let the low back lift up. Pull the belly back. And then float the arms up. Throw the shoulders up. Inhale, come up into both toes, lifting up. Bend your right knee, extend your left leg out. Slowly come down, root that low back down, keep the right knee lifted, shoulders up, arms overhead, left leg extending out straight. Breathe here. Inhale, boat pose, rising up. Oh my God, I put this toy right under my butt. Good, bend your left knee. And then come into this one leg low boat. Shoulders up, root down, breathe. Inhale, boat. Exhale, right knee in, lower down. Inhale, boat. Left knee, control it down. Inhale, you're alternating. Two more. Last one, left knee. Last boat. Oh, hold it. Maybe legs out straight. Maybe reach up, take the big toes if it's there for you. If you've got the feet, you can bend your knees to get there too. Your legs do not have to be straight. Push your feet into your hands. Lift your heart from here. And then slowly roll down, bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor, come right up into bridge pose. Press down on the shoulders, press into the feet, draw the shoulders under, and breathe. So you can play with the position of your feet based on how it feels. If you want to move your feet forward a little bit away from your butt, if you want to move your feet closer to your butt, you'll find where it needs to be so that you feel centered, safe, and fantastic. Just keep breathing. Take one more inhale. Come down with your exhale. Take a little pause. We're going to do that again. Bridge pose or Urdhva Dhanurasana. So bridge, same thing, pressing down, rising up. Urdhva Dhanurasana, hands next to the ears. And then rise from there. Come down, exhale. Bring your hands to your belly, take a pause, see how you feel. And then one more if you want it, bridge or upward facing bow. Rise up when you're ready. Follow your inhales, follow your exhales. Good. One more inhale. And then with your exhale, come down. Take your feet wide on your mat. Drop your knees into each other. And then both knees up. Happy baby, or hug the knees to your chest. Good, we're gonna come onto your belly so you can either just flip over or you can rock up and through. One more vinyasa if you'd like it. And then belly down when you're ready. You're gonna go right arm out to the right, look to the left. You're gonna roll to your right side. So we've done this a few times. This time, stack your feet, push your bottom foot down, lift your left leg up. Keep lifting it up. Use your left hand for some stability here. And then maybe you get that leg up and you start to turn the foot toward your head. And then maybe you reach up with your left hand and you find your big toe or something like that. Don't forget about the right arm, the right hand. Give some pressure there. And then release that leg slowly. Come back around through center. And we're going to do that on the other side. So you'll get my back view. You're going to take the left arm out to the side. You're going to roll onto that left front shoulder. Stack the feet, stack the hips. Stack the shoulders. Use your right hand for stability initially and start to lift that right leg up. It doesn't have to be high. If you want, you'll start to turn the toes toward your head and then maybe reach up, find your foot with your hand and push away. So again, you're using all the points that are in the ground for stability. Find more stability to push away. Good. Wave to some people I can see on my screen. Awesome. A couple more breaths here. Yeah. Good, good. If you have the foot, release it gently. Come back through center, bring your hands under your shoulders, and come into child's pose, just stretching back here. Rest your forehead down. And just start to slow down a bit. Hi, Ace. Good, last breath here. From here, single leg pigeon. If you want to come up to seated, we'll do double pigeon, or you can always thread the needle the same way we started. So if you're in single leg pigeon, take the right leg forward so that I can cue you appropriately. If you're going to join me here in double pigeon, you're going to stack your right shin in front of your left, so actually opposite of what you're looking at, probably on the camera, which is okay. Root your sitting bones down. Rise through your heart. If you're in single leg pigeon, root through the back leg, through the back foot. Find any connections that are available to you foundationally. And in the places that are free, can you create space there? And you take the inhales to your spine. Consider closing or softening your eyes. Just turn inward a little more. Take a few more rounds of breath here. Just notice how you feel. Last breath. And then switch sides. Notice how you move to get to the other side. Stay in your breath. Notice what you feel on this side versus the first side. I say this all the time, so if you're in my class all the time, you hear it all the time. Those of you that aren't in my class all the time, congratulations, you won't have to listen to the same rhetoric over and over again. But don't judge your sides. Stay open to just feeling what you feel as an observer. So if you feel a little tighter on this side or more open, don't get attached to it. It could change tomorrow. It could change this afternoon. It just is what it is. But just be aware of how you actually feel. Like, what are you feeling in your body right now?
And this attention to how we feel physically is really, really important for a number of reasons. One, so that we don't get injured, but it's like the gateway to being more tapped into everything about ourselves. So articulating what we feel physically is a lot easier, in my opinion, usually, than articulating what we're feeling emotionally. And the better we get at this, the better we become at that. And then we start to notice that maybe there's some connections between how we feel physically and how we feel mentally, emotionally. Clearly, this is not a closed set since I have cats and babies coming in and out here. Little mister doesn't want to leave you guys, mostly because I have his toy. 2 more breaths here. Good. If you are, you know what, everybody come to seated. I lied. Come to seated. If you're really comfy on your back, you can stay there and do this with your knees bent, lying down, just taking your knees side to side. But if you're comfortable coming up, come up. And then you're just going to take your feet wide, like wider than your hips, wider than your hips. And just drop the knees right and left, left and right. And when you bring the knees across, engage the glute of the top leg a little more. So you're kind of driving that hip forward. We did that yesterday on our backs, and that's why I wanted to do it seated here. All this sitting around, I can only speak for myself, but I'm sitting around or walking, and so hip flexors get a little tight under these circumstances. My left hip is all unhappy right now, and I swear it's just from sitting around so much. Okay, and then extend your legs out front. Let me turn back to my mat. Lengthen with your inhale. Don't go forward. Exhale, start to draw the belly back and start to lower back slowly. You're gonna hover about, I don't know, halfway down or so. Take another inhale. You're gonna exhale just about an inch down. You're gonna inhale. Exhale another half an inch. Inhale. Exhale a quarter of an inch. Don't make me keep going, but I will. Take another inhale. 1/8 of an inch down. Inhale. 1/16. I'm not going to go any further. Release it all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze. And then take the soles of your feet together. Let the knees drop open. Supta Baddha Konasana. Allowing the knees to fall heavy. You don't have to give any pressure to your legs. Just let them take their natural path here. And then just notice your spine. So for me, and I notice this a lot in students, when you come into this pose, the front body starts to expand and the back starts to arch. So right now my ribs are sticking out in the front and my low back is really arching. So I'm gonna start to minimize that by gently drawing the front body in, maybe lengthening, even picking up my head and taking my spine longer. And then not pushing my back to the floor, keeping my natural curve, but just minimizing any back bending that's happening. And you can bring your hands to your front ribs and kind of get a sense of what's happening in the ribcage. And without stifling the breath, just drawing gently in on the ribcage on every single exhale. One more inhale. Release your hands with your exhale back down to the floor. If you need a twist, if you need anything to set yourself for Shavasana, you'll set yourself up for Shavasana. Releasing the legs out. If you're comfortable in Supta Baddha Konasana, you can stay there. Otherwise, just find a comfortable position that works for you. And as you melt off into Shavasana, see if you can release your lips, your eyes, your tongue and your throat. Feel the full weight of your body. And just know you don't need to hold on. You can completely let go. The floor will 100% catch you. You're not going anywhere. And allow your mind to go wherever it wants to go. Don't feel like you have to control it. And as our mind often reflects our physical, just allow for surrender and release. If you want to stay in your Shavasana longer, just ignore everything I'm about to say and you're on your own. If you want to come out slowly, you'll just bring the attention back to the breath, slowly back into your body, and then naturally finding gentle movement, hands and feet, arms and legs. And then you'll bend your knees. You can either hug your knees to your chest and rock up, or you can roll over to your right side, and then from your side, you'll press all the way up to sitting. And once you've come to seated, you'll bring your hands together at your heart. With your hands at your heart, you'll lift your heart into your thumbs. Just feel how you feel in this moment. I'm so happy that you're here with me, that you have all of these tools in you. So even when we can't be together virtually or in person, you have these tools, especially my people that I see all the time in class. This is like, you probably hear my voice like a broken record in your head. So just tap into those things that speak to you. You can leave all my annoying other things out and just pick all the good so that I sound real good. And if you don't normally practice with me, hopefully there's something that you got out of today that you can apply into this world that we're living in now, about calming the mind and moving the body, really getting back to what we are as beings. We get caught up in so many other things, but this is our basic being, is breath and moving. We're meant to move. This is what we're given these bodies for. So using this time as you can, hopefully you're not crazy busy, and all my teachers out there, like school teachers that are working hours over hours, we give you lots of strength. Namaste.
Thank you, May.